What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Let's Go Shiny Zapdos hunt. In the last episode, as you can probably tell, we've gone to 200 encounters. And hopefully we get it today so we can finish off the trio of the birds. Without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, a lot of things are waiting on the Zapdos hunt now. For those who don't remember, the main way to check it is by the legs and the beak. Yeah, basically once Zapdos is found, we are gonna probably switch up how some streams work on here. How's it going, Gaster? Oh, it looks like you changed your logo, I think. Or either that or I haven't seen it in a little while. But yeah, like I was saying, once Zapdos is found, I'm gonna rearrange the, like, you choose the target things to the weekend for a bit easier on some of the younger viewers here. And also, so we can start spreading out the games that can be played. So we can do Let's Go, Sword Shield, Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet. Any, like, switching will be on the table. Meaning there'll be a lot more options for targets. What do you mean by that? Like, stream on YouTube or, like, stream in the Discord? Oh, nice. Or are you gonna try and do like a Soul Link like me and Dark are doing? Or are you gonna try and play another game like It Takes Two or something? Yeah, you can ask both me and Dark. It does take a bit to get used to at first. But once you get the hang of it, it's fairly easy. Yeah, we're using OBS as well. Oh, Lethal Company. You gonna put on a mod to make it funny? Let me just say this, it's a lot funnier with mods. I've played the game with Spectral and a group of his friends. It is more or less a mission type of situation. You gotta salvage like abandoned areas for loot, kind of. Yeah, about that game. I did see it and it looks pretty interesting. Like, I don't know about stream-wise, but I'm actually hooked even playing on my own time, possibly. But the price, though, that's the main thing. It costs like 40 to 30 bucks, I think, on there. So I would have to wait for it to go on sale. Even so, it would have to be a big sale for it to, like, be able for me to buy. Yeah, it looked interesting, and I have seen those genres before. I never got into them. So who knows? Maybe if it goes on sale, I'll, like, look at it. Yeah, same thing goes for Cuphead. I gotta still wait for that to go on sale before I can bring that in. So who knows? Maybe if we don't get Zapdos by that point, I'll swap it with another Crab's Treasure for the Scarlet Hunt. Yeah, a lot of things are waiting on the Zapdos. Nice. Yeah, if you want a recommendation of a game I like that's kind of fun, but I don't stream it because I don't know if people would be interested to just watch it, would be Monster Hunter. That game is fun if you know how to play it. Just hear me spamming A. Yeah, so I have a bit of a clogged throat if you can't hear it. I mean, it's a fun game. Like, there is a mobile version that's free if you want to start there. But honestly, if you want a recommendation of a game that would probably be the best on graphics and probably even the amount of monsters, I would probably have to go with World. If I want one that makes me move around more fast, I would go with Rise. Yeah, find out there's actually videos on this channel, like, of both of those games if you look back far enough. Like, I faced off against the end boss in Iceborne of Monster Hunter World, and I faced off against kind of like the poster child of Rise on the channel as well. Like, that was like before I started streaming though. Like, I made those videos for fun. Although those videos were back when I still used Sword and Shield, like the weakest weapon in the game. So you think we're gonna find Zapdos today? Yeah, it's always possible. The funny thing is, I just got Zapdos and Brick Bronze. So in my, I got DM'd this to Dark as a joke. I said to him, time to hunt Zapdos. Again. Because now I have to actually get in a main series game and not a fan-made game. By the way, oh yeah, I already asked, just like on the whole vote thing, but what legendaries would you want to see me go for again in the future? Like, other than the ones on the votes. They're not easy to get, I will say that much. Although, this is also coming from the person that found a shiny legendary in less than 15 minutes. But, yeah, it's really just up to luck. The main thing I would say is first get the shiny charm, and then go for a target. If it's a legendary in mind, I would suggest trading to get into the dex. For Yveltal, I'm not sure if it's locked in X and Y. It might be. There's also Ultra Sun and Moon. There's Sword and Shield. I have to double check, but I might have Yveltal still saved. Which actually, I wouldn't mind hunting that on the side as a joke. Same thing with Lunala, which I still gotta get back into. Although, of course, I still gotta find the Lake Guardians, so there's that whole ordeal. I would do that if I could get it, like, on a 3DS. Sadly, though, they don't make, like, the capture cards for them anymore. So I can't exactly broadcast the screen on this to, like, OBS anymore. The only way to really do it nowadays is through an emulator, which I don't hunt on those for the reason that I can't bring them to the main game. And also, I kind of see that a little bit as cheating. Because as you know from the randomizer, you can alter settings. So if I really wanted something on a game I can't transfer to the main series, I could literally just give it to myself. And that's the whole story for why I don't hunt on emulators. Oh. I can see you guys, your husband out of nowhere. Oh, so you'll probably be back in a moment then. For We're also one away from reaching 400 subs on the channel. You know, it would be kind of funny if the Zapdos disappeared when Gaster disappeared for like 5 seconds. I don't know why Judge always insists on pulling the blankets out from the little area I keep them in for him. Like, wait, I'll place it like back there, like under the little shade of the table for him, and he'll drag it all the way across the room to like right next to my chair. Like, I don't know if it's just because he wants to be, like, right next to me when I'm sitting here, or he just wants to be obnoxious and put it in the middle of the floor. The thing is, if he really wanted to do it, he could possibly put it even next to my bed, which is where I sleep, obviously, which would make more sense. He knows what I'm talking about. He's just covering his eyes. Either that or he's camera shy. Yeah, I know Zapdos isn't the most appealing shiny of them all, but it's still like my favorite legendary of the 3 birds overall, so still good to get if I can. Well, obviously I am gonna because I don't really give up on these hunts that often. Yeah, the only hunts I have like given up on is the Dunsparce hunt because I had to go for a 3-segment shiny, which was annoying. And the Crow's one because I didn't have people to assist me with, but I might go back to that in the future. I feel like well, the kind is all the ones in the scroll about, but those are really just, let them go, in some sense. And I can probably get them at a later time. Yeah, other than that, there's not really anything. I guess Arceus, kind of, but again, I might go back to that one in the future. Who knows? Maybe, like, if we get, like, past, like, a certain amount of subs, I might bring back those, forgotten hunts, so to say. Welcome back, Gaster. Hiccup stuck. Like I was saying, maybe if, like, I reach a certain sub count, I might bring back the hunts I kind of gave up on. Because, like, half the issue with those, like, hunts was I didn't have viewers to, like, kind of keep me going in that sense. Like, for Sword and Shield, I need teammates. For Legends Arceus, you're staring at a black screen half the time. And the Dunsparce was mentally draining, so yeah, having more people to cheer on would be nice. Oh yeah, by the way, Gaster, are we gonna talk about the insane luck on the Shaman yesterday? Like, what were the chances of that? Yeah. Now I can actually say I've had a first encounter shiny legend. Of course, it was in a fan-made game, so I can't really say much about that. Yeah, on that one kind of sweep of legends, I managed to get 5 shinies. Yeah, one was a Sandshrew though. Yeah, then there's me today when I was trying to get the other Swords of Justice, and I find a blue Onyx, aka the Crystal Onyx. I mean, it could go on Brick Bronze. Like, I could use some assistance with finding the Swords of Justice in that. And the Legendary Beasts. Or, what you could do, you could actually play a game like this and just hunt on the side. Like a sort of race. Like Shiny Race. Oh yeah, your Switch might be hard to get your hands on, though. Yeah, what made like the thing on Calmon is kind of going down. Like, on my sense, I'm kind of accomplished on everything I've done. I've gotten a decent team. Can't face up against you guys because you're too strong. I've built a really nice base, and I've caught a lot of mons that are like unique to the game. I can't get to Area 0. I took on the gym leader, but since my strongest is fire type, I wasn't able to beat it. The one type. You had to do water. Yeah, but even so, Gaster, what am I gonna do there? I only use fake mons, and there's probably only like 2 or 3 rare spawns there that are fake mon. Like all the time I saw you guys playing, I only spotted 1 that was fake, or technically 2. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though, like, what after that? Like, after I do eventually get to level 100, which will probably be quick like you're saying, what am I gonna do after that? Like, yeah, there'll be probably like 1 to 3 battles, and then that's it. That's one reason, because like, I don't know what to do left. After you build a base, have a decent team, and like, all the stuff that is kind of at its limit is kind of there. Half of them I can't even see. That's the thing as well. Substitutes make it a pain for me to identify some mons. Because the mod pack didn't work properly for me when I loaded it in. Oh, thank you, Kugushinobu Sim for her So I cannot speak. Kugushinobu Sim for subscribing, even though I didn't see an update on the sub counter for some reason. Let me reload that. Nope, still $3.99. Did the person like sub and unsub? Yeah, the person might have just subbed and unsubbed or something, I don't know. I never really had that happen when the download just went off on its own. Yeah, so what's your guess today for the, like, possible shiny encounter? $256? That's a decent one. Yeah, I do feel like this one's gonna be probably in the middle, considering that we got a very fast one, like right before this. And before that we had like two that are around the 800s. Yeah, excuse that. Still have to deal with the allergies, but they're kind of like fading a little bit. Like, I'm fine, it's just annoying. Like, to deal with these. Every winter. Oh, it has been a minute since I've heard you talk about that. Speaking of which, did you see the plush that I showed you? Like that, Pokemon made a Hoopa plush? I don't know if it's sold out by now, but like... the time I sent that, it did have some in stock, I believe. Yeah, I know how you feel. That's why I didn't get any either. Also for the fact as well that I don't know which one of that generation I would get. Like, for example, Gen 5, I knew instantly I had to get something of the Snivy line, which you can probably see him up there-ish. Yeah, like right there. It might be a bit too small, though. And also Victini. I had to get my hands on those two when they came out. For Gen 3, I had to get the Eon Duo. And so on and so forth. So, like, when the... yeah, when next generation comes out, which will be Sun and Moon, I believe, I will most likely go for the starters. And maybe if I can get in a purchase in time, maybe Solgaleo and Lunala. Good luck. Yeah, I wonder if everyone else is. Like, yeah, I know that school's starting up for a lot of people, so that does get in the way of some. But still, it is nice to talk to you guys. And I do assist if you guys ask. Like, there have been a few times in the past where I have helped out people with homework and such. Because technically I'm in college, I'll probably know the most of this stuff in grade school. Well, more or less, but yeah. Yeah, for me, I have an assignment every here and there, and usually they take like a few weeks, like on for the due date, so I have a good amount of time when they come out. I'm going to work on my science stuff after this, like astronomy. Oh, nice. Oh, I know why Dark isn't here at the current moment. It's because today's Monday. And I always forget that Dark's, like, usually late to Monday streams. Yeah, Hoopa is like a very good mon in Pokerogue. Although a lot of people do see use of Zacian as well. Like, I've seen that a lot. Although sadly I can't find one, so I can't get it. Nice. For me, I have Zamazenta. I was close, but I didn't get the correct one. Yeah, I do hope we get Zapdos today. It would be pretty nice to have all 3 birds. And then I can start rearranging things on the channel to allow me to do all that stuff. And then we can also, like, see what the vote ends up for the, like, next legendary that we're gonna hunt. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the Light Guardians, though. Which, yeah, they don't have the best shinies. Like, they all look the same, honestly, for the shiny. But they're still a good trio nonetheless. Not to mention, you guys like them a lot, so it's a good one for me to go for. Well, Gaster, you're probably gonna be one of the people who's gonna have to help me get them. Like, I had to manage to find them, which is gonna be the hardest part of it all. Because of the fact that you have to find them out of every single legendary in the whole thing. I'll probably make like a separate like announcement on the channel if I find like a certain other legendary when hunting, like looking for them. You mean that in a good way or a bad way? And I hope you don't mean it in the good way. Like obviously they're the legendaries, so. Gaster, no. Stay away from the Lake Trio. I'm already worried about the whole situation of you having a Primarina and a Lopunny on your team. It would probably not be wise for me to tell you that Dark found an Uxie in Break Bronze. You chose it! Then instead you're going for things like Lopunny. Then why was one of the first things you did complain about the fact that the Papaya was a male? I don't want to know why. Yeah, I have a feeling that, like, the Zapdos is gonna be very easy to spot in this, like, just out of nowhere. Like, if we look back at the image here, you can see, like, its feet, like, just stand out like a sore thumb on it, kind of. And the beak actually does look different from the feathers. Also, this time I made sure this was charged before I started this. Or at least I plugged it in for a bit until I got the full charge, like, right after that stream. And I kind of wish I could use it for this, but it has no home button. So I have to resort to a Joy-Con. And this one Joy-Con is very what I've used for all the legendaries so far. This orange Joy-Con, and I have no one to keep on the Switch. Oh boy. Make sure to stay indoors. I don't need anything happening to you or anything like that. Like, I don't need someone dying on my account. Or telling not really on my account because you're miles away, but you know what I mean. What? What did I do? You're getting kind of close to the number you guessed. It was like 257, I think you said. Well, part of it was because I wasn't spending as much time on the outer layer of my base. Like, part of the fact is I don't really go all out on builds nowadays. Part of the reason is because I don't have the resources to actually do it. Like, the biggest build I was gonna do with a giant tower, but it was a pain to get all the wood to make every floor. So I only was able to make 2, and it just looked like a giant disc. Yeah, well, man, it was one of your better bases that you've made. It's also part of the reason why I build in mountains half the time. So I don't have to worry about exterior building. I mean, you could make potions of poison or something. Or nausea. I'm sorry, what? I'm more of a Clash Royale guy. That's 257 right there. What level is it right now? Or kind of gonna be. I can't speak. Level 31. I'm kind of blanking on what level mine was, but I think it was in the 50s. How's it going, SK? Been a minute since I've seen you on streams, man. My person wants to say like not even a week ago, I think. Or it's a bit more than that. Yeah, I rushed through a lot of the early town halls and just kept getting wrecked, so I paused for a bit and just kept upgrading myself up to the level I was at. I can quickly check, but it's been a minute since I've been in the game. Let me see. Yeah, I am Town Hall level 13. Yeah, well, 13, not too much, like, not too shabby on the base that much, but yeah, it's decent for its level. Yeah, we're trying to get all the legendaries that's shiny in this game. Zapdos is the last one. Oh yeah, that was the build-em. Yeah, like, yes, you might remember me putting this in the shiny share when I got the build-em. I was actually, at SK's place. Like, no joke, I got in the game for like 5 seconds and it popped up. How's setting up that pond going, by the way? Another week or two? By the way, what are you gonna do with the fish in the winter? Because, like, the water would most likely freeze. Oh, the watch is listening in. Yes, I literally just threw it off. Huh. Neat. Actually, how many, like, fish tanks and, like, stuff are you even have there? To be honest, I thought we had it there. Because, yeah, there was, like, a fish tank in, like, that one area of your house. There's one in your room. And now there's gonna be the pond, if I remember correctly. For me, I don't know what I'm gonna be really doing with fish stuff. Like, the tank is currently in the garage. I might use it for another type of pet, but who knows. Yeah, I was thinking possibly getting another aquatic type pet or a semi-aquatic one that wasn't fish-like. But that's just up, like, on my decision if I want to go through that whole thing again. So SK Gaming, you think we're gonna get the Zapdos today? Yeah. I don't know why people can't just talk over here on the stream. It would be a lot easier on my end. Maybe. It depends on how the stream goes. The more active it gets, the more I'm into, like, keeping the hunt going. Usually I'll aim for, like, 100 or 150 encounters. If I'm really into it, then I might go for even 200. Or more. It'd be a lot easier for me to assist better in the Brick Bronze Elite Four if he were over here so I could talk to him. Hello. Yeah, SGT, what level is your team right now, by the way? Oh, no, bet I'm not saying my own names because it's Sasuke. Yeah, bet, how are you doing, like, on the team-wise? Because the lower level you are, the more difficult it's gonna be. Oh yeah, you need to work on the levels if Lucario is at that. Like, that's 40 levels lower than the champion. But simply, you want that team to be at least around 80. If you want to make it like a even level fight-ish kind of, because you can't over level it, you're going to want to get to level 100. Yeah, and there's a trainer on the Victory Road, like, near the start, has, like, pink hair. That's the best one to grind off of. Yeah, I got like 4 of my mons to level 100, and 2 of them were at high 90s. Wait, you're using a Blissey? Allergies. Yeah, I'm doing slightly better. I still have like the clogged like stuff up there, which gets very annoying. Yeah, that's what you're thinking of. They have Chansey, Blissey, Audino, and what was the last one? I don't remember what the last one was. Don't remember if it was in Indeedee. I don't think it was. Honestly, if Jurassic was over here, it'd be a lot easier to talk to all of you. Sorry, I don't have to keep shifting between tabs. Also, it actually helps the stream out. It said Indeedee. The psychic normal type that is in Sword and Shield. That's like an Audino clone. Yeah, one thing I will say again, because now that there are people here to hear it a bit better. Once we get Zapdos, I am gonna shift around a few of the shiny hunt based things. Like one, we're gonna have I'm gonna have to find a late Guardian most likely to start the next legendary hunts in Sword and Shield. And I'm gonna also rearrange how the streams work. I'm gonna make the Scarlet Violet hunts into every single Switch game, where you guys get to pick the target, and it'll most likely be moved to the weekends to make things easier. And so other people can see it a lot more often. Oh, nice. Well, you can just tell me here as well if you wanted. Yeah, part of me is also thinking about putting another one of those warnings to people who aren't really active in the channel anymore. Like, I know some people have reasons, like it's either too late or too early for them because of time zones. Well, there's not really, like, a good reason. Like, Jurassic right now, he's in the Discord talking currently, so he's not exactly busy. Like, I'm not really using him as an example for ignoring, I'm just using him as an example for the RPO that can get online. Oh, Charge-a-Bug, that's a good one. It's not like a DM thing. It was more like I was seeing a conversation that I wanted to help out with. Like, Bed said they were having issues with the Elite Four. I asked the question there, and I couldn't really keep both tabs open at the same time. Yeah, how do you soldier? Watch your stream or not, it's more like just talking to me in general as well. You butchered this point that so much. I will admit there are some days that I don't mind streaming and others that I am so drained that I don't feel like it. But most of the time I push through either way. But that's just myself, like, kind of pushing myself there. But yeah, it's a 2-day stream because there are days that I don't have a stream and I want to. Today's one of the easier days for me. I only have one class. And then it's just this, really. Other days, like on Tuesdays, which I might move the thing on that day in general, I have multiple classes. I think like 3 or maybe even 4. No, yeah, it's 3. And then after that whole like long day thing, which starts from like the beginning to the end of the day, kind of, I am drained usually at the time, and then I go on to stream because I get home at 5 and I leave the house at like 9. And then the stream is at 7. Yeah, so that's my schedule right there. Of course they did. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. And honestly, it is getting like a very annoying thing that I might try and do something that can basically make the bot target him whenever he says it. I don't know if that's possible, but it is getting to that point where I've thought about it. I mean, there is one way, kind of, I think, where if you put like a hidden tag on someone, the bot can target that person. are so close to 400, by the way. We are one away from reaching that sub, like, kind of like marker in some sense. Not really sub goal because that's 500, but still, we are so close to the 400 point. Pets would just steal phone just to get like one more. Yeah, maybe we'll just go to 100 today. Meaning that it'll end at 300 encounters. 289. Yeah, I'm trying to read that. I'll probably keep an eye on it. Like every now and then I'll check my channel to see how like it's going, and I'll get surprised sometimes. Like I got like the 99th out of nowhere. I think it was from a stream that I wasn't live at the time. Cause that happens sometimes. Like usually I'll get like another like 20 to 40 views after the stream ends. Cause some people will watch through it after it already happened. And then some will sub on that. Research potion? Oh, those in Clash of Clans. My mind's in like Pokemon thing. Like, what are you healing with that? Yeah, I don't really play Pokemon Quest anymore, mainly because of the fact that they don't update it. Like, if they were to update the game and add more generations, I would probably go back to it. But they don't. We are still stuck with the original 150. And eventually, I get stuck at a stalemate because my mons can't level up, and it can't progress in the game. about 5 more encounters to go. Then I'm probably gonna wrap it up. Not a long one today, but yeah. Refresh this. Yeah, you're not always gonna get lucky. Kinda like today where I'm probably not gonna get Zapdos. I mean, it would be kind of cool if Zapdos appeared in like the last encounter or two. But, like, that's not gonna happen most likely because those are rare. Alright, final encounter of today. Oh, your name your shiny. Final encounter. It's a non-shiny. Yeah, sad day. But that happens. You don't always get it like instantly. That's kind of the joy of a shiny hunt. You don't always get it easily, and other times they can. Today's just not like that with this hunt. Okay, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and